What's up, guys? It's John with National Sports Entertainment, and I wanted to go into tonight's basketball matchups. As you can see, we only have 6. We're going to play them all, of course. And a lot of these I like because they have, I feel like, playoff ramifications. So the very first one has me a little weary of a trap, but honestly, I think in the public's eyes, both of these teams suck. I also think this game out of the 6 is probably going to get the least public action. So when I use those measurements as well, I do like the Pacers. I think they win. Again, I think they have to win certain games. And just because the Bulls, Raptors, Wizards, I think they're going to win going forward. Speaking of the Bulls, I don't have them winning tonight, but I do have them. I looked at their schedule, and I think they're going to win more than half their games. But I do have the Pacers I'll take them to cover the 2, and I have the Sixers covering 8.5. That's a pretty deep spread, and I think a lot of people are going to be on the Bulls. So for upsets of the night, I think the Bulls and then probably the Wolves, the Minnesota Timberwolves, are probably going to be takes for a lot of the public. So I like the Sixers here for the cover. It would put the Pacers, Bulls, same record. I think the Wizards have the same record, and I think the Raptors have like one more win. So it also keeps the Magic in it. So I just think it makes sense. Then Wolves Knicks, I do like the Knicks for the cover. I think that's a pretty 8.5 is a pretty sizable spread. And again, once Edwards, I brought this up in a video, I think a couple days ago, when he got carried off the court. I think that sealed their season. Now they have no draws for the playoffs. I mean, Gobert is not a draw, so Knicks might win and not cover, sure, but I like them. I like the cover. I think they want to make them look strong. And we see the Wolves fall off. That's why, again, I still think the Blazers, Thunder have good shots of getting in. So Knicks cover, I think, is a good play. I like the Rockets to win. I know it's the biggest payout, but again, it's the Rockets. So it's plus 400. And there's like 3 other matchups that you're still getting good odds with if you're the public. You're still getting almost 3 to 1, 275. So I just think, even though it is the best odds technically, it's some of the worst value. Taking the Jazz, here you're getting 2 to 1. So I do like the upset. I'm going to take the Rockets to win because I think they want to force this narrative that the Warriors suck on the road going into the playoffs. Mavs, I'm taking them to cover Memphis just because Memphis just creamed the Warriors, and we had them winning. The line looked weird. And I think this line looked weird. The Mavericks have not proven to be great yet. They're showing that they're not getting the job done. So I could see this being a close game on NBA TV. This could be a playoff matchup. So I'm going to take the points here, take the team with the points. And they're horrible against the spread as well. So I'll take the Mavs plus 5. And then Kings, Jazz. I like the Kings here for the cover. Again, I think they want to establish the Kings. I didn't have them getting in the playoffs. And then they just kept hammering people. And I was like, okay, they're legitimate. So Jazz, for the same reason as the Timberwolves, I think the teams that are going to be in the playoffs, they want them to look strong. So the Kings are undoubtedly in the playoffs. I think the Jazz don't get in. So I think the Jazz basically are a casualty team tonight for the Kings. There's no basketball tonight, and college, I mean. And yesterday, I always like to do a recap. It's funny. I broke even to the penny. So if you played all my plays, you broke even to the penny also, just because we lost our 3-legger, which is 4 units for the day. It's 7 units in all. But we did good on 3 out of the 5 leg 2s hit, and then we had other ones where we hit exactly 8, and we hit one more leg 2 than we missed. So it broke us exactly even. And again, it wasn't a crazy day either way. So with the leg 3 loss, we basically just broke even. The leg 3 win would have been a 4 to 6 unit profit, depending on the plus odds. So again, that's why I stick to the system, because on days that I consider bad, we break even or lose a unit or 2, and then days that are good, we're up 6 to 10. So anyway, these are our 6 plays, and you can see some of them I have for leg 2s. So Pacers, I'll just plug in for the Blazers loss. Again, I like to usually do it a few hours before for the game because any last minute changes. But you don't want to wait too close because sometimes they'll lock the lines, etc. So, you can lock them in now. It's pretty safe. But I don't lock them in the night before because the lines do move. So I like the Knicks as a leg 2. Like I said, I think the Wolves are going to be a casualty team. And then I do like the Mavs cover as a leg 3. Again, I just don't see too many people on the Mavs. The Grizzlies just looked very strong. Even without Ja, I just don't think the public's just fading them. They've proven to be great without Ja. They creamed the Warriors not only last night but in the playoffs without him. People remember that. So, yeah, I just don't see people pounding the Mavs. They might just stay away from the Mavs. And then here, I like like I said, the Kings cover. So, I think we have a good night. I say that every night, but we usually do. So, we'll see how we do. Only 6 plays, so of course, it makes it where you have the possibility of having a really crappy night. But we could also have a really good night. Didn't really look into hockey. And I think the next basketball for NCAA is Thursday. So we'll go into all that as well. And then we got baseball season starting in 10 days. So take care, everybody, and happy earnings.